So, hello, Coach Jay here. I'm really excited about talking to you all about this topic because obviously we're going into uncharted waters, if not already. We're at the end of 2022 at the time of this recording, and we're going into 2023 full throttle. And so today I'm going to be talking about creating a CEO mindset during a recession, because I know that there's going to be people that's going to be like, you know what, I got to make this happen and I don't know how to make this happen. But I want this video to be so rich and so valuable that you will probably watch this over and over and over again until you get it right. If you feel led, definitely click and hit subscribe, turn on the bell so you'll know exactly when my next video is going to pop up, because I want to bring so much value to you during these crazy times so that you can just get this in your spirit. Okay. I know that we are in transition. There are so many reports, so many things that's telling you what not to do, what to do, conspiracies, people telling you not to do this, get ready for this. This is going to collapse if you don't get it together. Like, just all kinds of stuff, right? So I really just want you to get it in your head that God will not put more on you than you can bear. Okay. I get it. I want you to stay prayed up. I want you to stay meditating. I want you to do it even more, because you're going to have so many propaganda messages, media frenzy, people putting things in your spirit to make you fearful, to make you confused. And then you'll start questioning God about what you should do. And then you'll start to get in the trenches and get into the whirlwinds and tornadoes of anxiety and depression. And that's just not where we're trying to go. Okay. So CEO mindset, as you all know, just a brief history about me. Y'all know that, I'm a mindset mastery coach, formerly a firm business coach. And the reason why I shifted to mindset mastery was simply because I know that entrepreneurship is 75% mindset, period, like 100%. We could talk about law of attraction all day. We could talk about universal laws, but law of cause and effect, law of abundance literally is the name of the game. And this is why I shifted, but I still teach firm strategy. So as you can see in the comment section, you can find out exactly what I do and how you can work with me. So let's just jump right in. CEO mindset, let's just go ahead, define it real quick. So CEO mindset is all about being able to think ahead, okay? Being able to think ahead, and plan where your business is going and how it's going to get there. So I know that many, especially women, we have a tendency to talk about how we want to attract. I don't want to chase, I want to attract. Okay. If you are one of those people in 2023, just go ahead and throw the business down, because it is your responsibility to get clients. Okay. That is your responsibility. And if you don't have any clients attracting themselves to you, then what do you need to do to make that happen? You're just going to sit there and let it happen, or you're going to get in the trenches and go and get your people, right? So you need a couple of things, 3 pieces, 3 activities, 3 tasks that you need to be really, really focused on. Number 1, leadership. Like, you need to be able to not saying that you have to manage others, but you need to be able to lead yourself. I know that there is a growing interest in people wanting to have more solopreneur types of companies, but at $1 million level, completely possible. Obviously, you will need the team, subcontractors to help you, get that going. However, leadership really means leading yourself. Like, so you need to create, like, what does that look like for me every single day? How am I getting up in the morning? What kind of energy am I calling in? Who am I today, right? When I get up in the morning, I need to be able to put on this armor, this suit, this spiritual covering, and saying to myself, like, this is who I'm showing up as today. I'm showing up as a CEO. I'm showing up as a powerful woman. I'm showing up as the best version of myself, no matter what my bank account looks like, no matter what people are saying about me, no matter what my family is going through. Like, I got to show up because it's bigger than me, right? Now, yes, obviously, I'm not talking about taking time for rest. I'm not doing, like, if you have that in your mind that you have to justify or come back with something like, well, at least I really want to, but at least, no, how about this? Show up as your best self. That is middle class mentality. Stop justifying all this extra stuff. Don't forget to take time. That's besides my point, right? Take this advice for what it is. And we are in a very heavy rest culture, very mental health focused. And I get it. People are burning out, but that's because the burning out is centered around not really aligning with what they're doing. And either they're trying to keep up with someone, they're trying to mimic somebody else, or they simply are just not in alignment to what they are truly called to do. That's usually what leads to burnout. Or you've taken on way too many projects, you're saying yes to way too many people, no boundaries. Okay. So lead yourself, okay? How are you leading yourself is exactly how you're going to lead others. How you coach people, how you consult with others, how you're able to think is going to be solely based on how you're showing up in the world every single day. Number 2, you need to be focused on sales. Not Canva, not creating all these extra templates and workbooks, and you don't need to be focused on all of that stuff right now. You need to be focused on sales, getting cash flow into your business. The reason why I'm saying that is because we have so many things that are going to be coming up the pipeline. People are right now going to be more so focused on sales and skill sets. And I'm sorry, not sales and skill set, but more so focused on personal mastery, self-mastery, and skill sets. This is a new wave that's coming in. Artificial intelligence, no matter how you feel about it, it's coming in. It's already here. Artificial intelligence is making its wave. It's here to stay. Human beings right now, there's just too much going on, right? And that's probably going to be another video because I really, really, really want to talk about like my thoughts on AI and the reason why I believe AI and robotics and automations are becoming more and more prevalent now, and they're moving out humans. Totally different video. Put in the comments if you really want to know more about that. I would love to know. But sales is really big. Skill mastery and self-mastery and skill development, performance improvement is going to be everything. Why is that? Because people are going to have more time on their hands. Unfortunately, there's going to be massive amounts of layoffs. People are going to have severance packages. People are going to be cashing out their 401ks. People are going to be over the system, but they still have to make a living. I don't care what you feel about the age of Aquarius, and I know that we're in the dawning of that. We're not all the way in, but we're definitely moving. And the only reason why I feel like we're just kind of moving into the dawn of that is because there's still a lot of division in the world. There's still a lot of back and forth, gender wars, all kinds of stuff. But at the end of the day, we're still going to have to make money, right? You're still going to have to create, produce, design, carry it out. So I don't want you to get to a place where you're giving up on yourself. You need to be able to create a sales system, a sales process. And if you need help with that, I am more than willing to help you with that for sure. Just there's a link down in the comment section that says how to work with me. Let's go. Let's just get right into it, right? So that's number 2. Create a sales process. How are you getting leads? How are you nurturing those leads? How are you moving them into an offer? How are you centering your business to get in front of new people every single day? You need to get into a place where people can pay you. Click the link. How can people make it easy? Like, you need to be able to have a system where you're waking up in the morning, you either see sales completed, or you need to be able to see leads coming in, applications, inquiries, invitations to different whatever. You need to be able to have that on lock, okay? You need to be able to have that. And you need to be able to have that on autopilot. So, for example, here on YouTube, I'm not being fancy with this, because at the end of the day, I want you to focus on the work, right? So you need to be able to figure out what medium do you need to have outside of social media, quote unquote. When I say outside of social media, I'm talking about Facebook, I'm talking about, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. YouTube is your best bet. You can write a blog if you desire, but you need to have a place where you can actively put things out where people can find you even when you're asleep. They can click on something, book a call, click on something, apply for your program, click on something and follow you. They need to get in your world. Okay. So leads need to be coming in every single day. You got to set that up. I've said this 1,000 times, even to my clients. You got to get on the ball because you don't know what's coming up the pipeline. And I hate for people to wait till January 1st, if not already, get to the new year, get Q1 in, talking about, I want to go ahead and, get my life together. No, you had time, but you need to do it sooner than later. So if you're watching this at the end of December, get it together. Okay. Don't wait till the 1st. Don't wait till everybody go back to school. Then you say you want to sit down and no, get in gear. Get yourself together. Start now, right? Sales is everything. So nurturing those leads. Do you have an email marketing system? If you don't have one, get it now. I have a 3-minute training on how to create and sell a program, a training program to the affluent or the resourceful. Get on that list so you can get the training. It's free. Period. Right? Period. It's time out for the game. CEO mindset. How are you leading yourself? Okay. You got to be able to think ahead. You got to be able to think ahead. This is another thing too. Number 3 is pipeline. Okay. As a CEO, you're responsible for pipeline, money, of course, bookkeeping, of course, taxes, of course, keeping your self-care together. Keep, learning and growing and developing as a leader in your business. But your pipeline is very important because that is where your potential clients, customers are sitting at. And your pipeline gives you the opportunity to win business, to win people into the next phase. You got to get them to a place where they're persuaded, they are influenced to take control of their life and partner with you. Coaches, the time out for woo-woo, coaches are too soft. That's a whole nother video that I'm probably going to do one-on-one, but we're too soft in this day and age. We've got to get out of this lackluster, all this. Please. Can we please just get on with it, right? So as a CEO, it is your responsibility to grow. Now, as also a CEO, please get out of the middle class, okay? I have talked about this. I don't know how many times. You need to run out of it as fast as you can. I know some of y'all say y'all tired. I'm tired. I am so tired, coach. It's so much going on. I just, my mental health is too much. That's because you're distracted. The main reason why a lot of y'all are distracted is because you are allowing people outside. You're consuming too much content out there. Now, you're probably saying, well, Jay, I'm doing the same thing on this YouTube, but you're being alerted that you are, okay? I want you to understand, spend more time creating content and creating resolutions and solutions for your people than you consuming content. If you're consuming content, it needs to be less percentage than if you're creating it, it needs to be a large percentage versus consuming content, small percentage. The ratio needs to flip because some of us are not creating any content. We're just watching everybody's content. And that has to change if you want to see your business grow. Content is cash. Content is king. Every time I turn on this camera, every time that I go live, every time that I post anything, it is going to have to come by way of me having the expectation that somebody somewhere somehow is going to see my information and listen to me. I want you to hear me, that they're going to do something that moves the needle in their life, in my business, and they see the value that I'm bringing to the table and they want help because they see what I know They see what I can do. I have the receipts, X, Y, and Z. You see what I'm saying? So in a recession, there's going to be a lot of conversations around lack. The systems of this world is full of fear. This is why I remember God put this in my spirit, said that you are to teach people how to come out of one system and putting them in another system. I believe that 100%, 110%, that I am ordained to do that as a coach. This is my work. This is my job, right? But I have to be able to show people a different way. And I got to keep myself in alignment. That's a discipline for me. So I can't just keep doing the same thing and expect the results that I want in terms of like going backwards and listening to people and listening to different systems. It's time out that you create your own system. You got to migrate to a different level. At this particular time, I'm listening to on Audible, I'm listening to, and I'm really not a huge fan of listening to like audiobooks, but when I'm getting up in the morning and I'm preparing for my day, I tend to listen to different audiobooks from time to time. And one that I'm listening to is Relentless by Tim Grover. And if you know Tim Grover, he's one of the baddest, baddest coach in the game, okay? Athletics. He has been Mr. Mama Mentality himself, Kobe Bryant, Lord rest his soul, and Michael Jordan. He has coached them to the different level, like just next level, pushed them to the absolute 10x level. And I'm listening to that because I'm just thinking through as a feminine woman, right? And you could call it whatever, how you want to call it, but as a woman who basks in her feminine, very girly girl, very, rainbows and unicorns in so many ways. I've had to tap in heavily to my masculine because my nature and my natural state is to bask in my feminine, like, reading and, doing what I can for my child and making sure that she's good and all kinds of things, right? But when it comes down to the work, I have to adopt a relentless attitude. And that is to get to the next level of success, because most of us have been rooted into performing at a level that is average or a little bit above average, just enough to stay in security. If you're saying that you're building wealth and as a CEO of your company, you're going to have to develop a different type of attitude that makes you look different. You got to do different in order to see different. You can't do what you were doing for the 9 to 5s and think that that's going to swing out here in these streets. That is absolutely ridiculous. You cannot do that. You cannot have that type of congruency because you're going to fail each and every single time. You got to be able to do way more than what everybody else is doing, because everybody else is doing the average. Everybody else is doing just enough. Everybody else is doing only what they can. You got to be able to start setting up your systems and your vessels. I remember God gave me that 6 months ago. Set up your vessels, set up your vessels. And at first I was like, what? And I'm like, I know what that means. So I had to root myself in preparation, because that is what's coming, right? That's what's coming. This video is not going to be edited, right? I'm not going to edit this video because I want you to get the raw truth. I already know what I'm going to say before the camera even comes on. I just need like a few bullet points to put it out there, right? So I had to not only understand where I was as a coach, which was basically, I know my work. It's now I got to create the vessels to really spring forth this thing. Now, 2021, we hit almost, I believe, 350, in sales for 2021. Did very well. But I was also like cutthroat. I was psychotic last year. Then also going through depression, also going through a little bout of homelessness, even going through a lot of anxiety attacks. All of that, went through all of that and more. But I didn't get sick, praise God. but I'm telling you, I went through a season where I was absolutely like unapologetically psychotic. So what am I saying? 2022 was kind of a let up. I let up a little bit. But that was only because I started to listen to people telling me to take it easy. Just chill out. You got enough, or you're doing okay. You're doing the best you can. You don't have to. And I started to say, wait a minute. Oh, because I started to think about how people really want you to relax. Because when you go 10x in your business, in your life, people have a problem with that. People have a problem with you going full throttle for something that you believe in. And they'll often tell you that you cannot have it all. And in some cases, you kind of can't, or you can, but you're going to have to do it in stages. You're going to have to do it in stages. And when you're going full throttle in your business, it's some things that is going to shake. Your foundation is going to shake a little bit. There's going to be some people that think that you're absolutely crazy. You're going to lose some friends. Your family's going to think you're absolutely absurd and crazy. All these things are going to happen or happening, but your job is to build it. Your job is to scale. Your job is to hire the right talent. Your job is to enroll clients over and over and over again. So you can't get to a place where you're listening to people who want you to think average, who want to put you in the same ship, in the same place as a 9-to-5er. And I already know people are going to say, well, there's something wrong with the 9-to-5. I didn't say that. I'm not talking to anybody that is okay with being a worker bee. I'm talking about individuals who are absolutely 100% focused on the next level goal. So what are you going to do? You need to get some energy. You need to get your energy game up. You got to take your vitamins. You got to drink your water. You got to treat yourself well. You got to meditate. You got to take breaks during the day. Put some extra layers of relentless attitude on what you're doing. That sounds really hard and really masculine, if you will, for women who just think, yeah. But at the end of the day, as a woman, now for me, I am a woman who is unwed with a child. So it's just me. So for me, dating has to go on the back end as a CEO of my, and I'm okay with that. I already know the gender war conversations are huge right now. It's trendy. It's a lot of feminine energy, masculine energy conversations, which has nothing to do with energy. It's all gender war, man against woman, Black woman against Black man, all this other stuff, all this propaganda to get women to shake shifts and submit to a man that has not even submitted to God. They don't even know their vision. Unfortunately, that's the case. There are men right now that do not know jack squat what God wants to do with them, but they demand a woman to submit to him. I've met them. I've met many men like that. They don't know what they want to do. And you got women saying, I want to be married, I want to be married, but I want you to think about this. Secure yourself. Secure the woman that is within you. And the right man is going to come, because when you get yourself in alignment with security, you're going to find yourself with better discernment. Because when you are trying to attract a man in your vulnerable state, you're thinking about security. You're not thinking about desire. You're thinking about your need and not your want. So what do you have to do in the meantime to get yourself together is that you need to create an attitude of a CEO, get your business game up, get your team in alignment, and then move from there. Then what you can do is that you can start designing your life from there. Especially now, if you're married, different story, right? But you have to have these transparent, vulnerable conversations with your partner and tell them there's going to be some days where I probably won't be able to cook dinner. It's going to be some days that I'm going to need some help, because this is really important to me. And it's important to my family. And some men have to have that security. That's why I said feminine energy is also in men as well. You have to secure the man in his emotions, because which I think is absolutely absurd. But men don't like when women, not all men, obviously, but most men have an issue with women being successful in their life because they have it in their heart. They feel like, is she going to leave me? Which I think is the wrong attitude to have, right? But some men think like that. And so you have to like really secure the man's attitude if he is not a natural and understanding wealth generation. And what you want him to do is just get involved with what you are doing, right? So that means that he can get involved in sales or send referrals or share your posts or share your social media, all of these things, and put in the comments if you desire for me to talk about, whatever you want me to talk about in terms of what I talked about in this video. Definitely put in the comments of some things that you would like for me to do a video about. But I want you to really concentrate on getting people on board, the people that are closest to you, so that you can develop and deepen that CEO mentality. So let's go back over it. Number 1, leadership. Number 2, sales. Number 3, you need to create a pipeline. Now, there's so many other things as far as systems. I can talk about systems all day, of course, but when it comes down to a CEO mindset, I want you to really focus on those 3 things and offer, close deals, and set up your content systems to be able to receive leads, even when you're not online, okay? So, of course, you can get up with me. Definitely apply for the Matriarch CEO Coaching Program. Look at the link below and follow me on all these platforms because so much gold, so many gems I drop all the time. And so thank you so much for, watching this video. Let me know how what are your comments about what I've stated today? I would love to know. And I'm Jay Butler once again, owner of Ellison Consulting. And you guys have a wonderful day.